guys, this might be one of the most important videos. Oh my god, there's like a silver G-Wagon that was sick. My bad, but this might be one of the most important videos that I ever release. I just want to give it the truth of the matter, because sometimes even I do it, and I know a lot of people that I've seen videos for do it, where it's like, they give you the reasons, and they give you the mindset behind why it's terrible to drink. And although that's helpful, I don't think it's explaining the full scope of the situation. And I want this channel to be as honest as possible. And in order for it to be as honest as possible, I gotta tell you guys the truth of it. Drugs and alcohol work. They're sick if you use it in the right context, in the right capacity. They work, and they're like really good at like getting to where you need to go, wherever that is. For example, a big thing about this is like, if you have any type of anxiety, any type, could be social anxiety, could be anxiety about work, school, whatever. And if you drink a half a fifth of whiskey, pop a couple Percocet, and then smoke some dope, you're not going to feel anxiety anymore. It works. It works really well. It will get you to how you want to feel. The problem is the consequences of those actions. Remember in my first video, I said there were spiritual consequences to your actions. And then in my last video, I said that God doesn't play around with people who don't want to be here. The universe is not indifferent. And drugs and alcohol are a shortcut. The universe don't like shortcuts. God don't like shortcuts. The world advertises shortcuts, but in reality, shortcuts are the worst things for you. I think there's like a philosophical quote. Don't hold me to it, but there's like a philosophical quote. If a house goes up fast, or if a fence goes up fast, it can come down fast. You know, it's shortcuts in life will always come back to bite you. Could be a year, could be 2 years, could be 5 years, could be a decade. I don't know. But the universe don't like shortcuts. And when you introduce drugs and alcohol in your life and you use it for a specific reason, you're basically taking a specific reason to feel a different way. You're introducing a shortcut in your life, and it's going to slowly drain you. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it works. It works. But you gotta be stronger than that. You gotta be stronger to fight not only the physical addiction of it. You have to be strong to fight the actual shortcut. The instant gratification, as they say. You have to really, really think deeply about what you want out of life, and then slowly but surely make little decisions day by day by day by day. The quality of your life is in your habits of your day to day. You know what I mean? But if your life is chaotic and your day to day is shit, you're always going to run back to the drugs and alcohol, because it's the shortcut to get that quick, that relief. Because that's why I drank. I don't know about anyone's watching or anything like that, but I drank for relief. I didn't drink to have fun, I drank for relief. And that's why I'm the way I am. I would probably consider or start having conversations with yourself, difficult conversations with yourself, if you drink to feel a sense of relief. Because it's very, very slippery slope. I've seen a lot of people in my life who drink to relieve their own mind, and in turn, basically drinking to relief is basically a cope. And when you drink to relief, it's just a cope. But that cope can take you. You know what I mean? That cope, you might not be able to kick that cope, because that cope is very, very powerful. And it's powerful because it works. It gives people like me relief. And when things give you relief, you'll always choose them over anything. That's why you see, like in my second to last video, where alcohol is demonic possession, that's why people give up their families. That's why people give up their jobs, their careers, anything. Because the cope turned into something that they couldn't kick. The cope of relief turned into something that they couldn't kick, and the relief, in turn, was the only peace that they had in their mind and obviously in their soul. And when someone only feels peace with a substance or with a behavior, that's the only time that they have peace on this earth. As you can imagine, they'll give up everything for it. They'll give up everything for it. And that's why it's so evil when I was thinking about making this video, is that, like, I would be very angry at people close to me who chose to go down this route, but now I've come to the realization that I really feel bad for them, because I have a more sympathetic view, because it's the only way they find peace. It's the only way they find peace, and it works, you know? If it didn't work, that'd be a different story, but it works. Especially people who have substance abuse problems, behavior problems, stuff like that. It works. I have more sympathy towards them because I've been in that same position. I was luckily strong enough to kick it, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't strong enough to kick it. If you feel like you need a substance for relief or peace of mind, you need to have some hard conversations with yourself before it gets out of hand, because it will get out of hand. It will get out of hand very fast. Faster than you think. And if it doesn't get out of hand very fast, you know what? That behavior getting out of hand very fast might save your life. Because if it just goes slowly and slowly and slowly over the course of time, you'll just basically waste your whole life with a feedback loop of, I feel uncomfortable, I need to feel a different way. Drink, drug, coke. Relief, and then it just keeps going around and round and round and round, and you could waste decades doing that. I've known people who said they waste decades doing that. And it's very, very hard to get anywhere in life when you're holding yourself back like that, because that's what it comes down to. You're holding yourself back. But yeah, it's like super crazy thought that I had about this video was like, they work. That's why it's so hard to kick, because they work. It's such an easy fix. You not only have to fight the physical temptation, you have to fight the mental and emotional temptation. You can't be weak. One thing that I could help you guys out with is like a mindset surrounding that is, think of where you want to be at in 10, 20, 30 years, and just think about how that drink is going to make you feel once it wears off. Think about how that hangover is going to feel once it wears off. Think about how that anxiety that you're going to feel when the effect of alcohol or drugs wears off. And think about how everything you want to accomplish or everything you want to change in your life, how are you going to do that feeling like that? You know? How are you going to feel doing what you're doing right now, when you could have just abstained, could have had a perfectly normal day, night, whatever situation you're in. Just think about how in 5, 10, 15 years, looking back on yourself, being like, man, I was sober for a couple of months there. I could have got it together. Or I was sober for a couple of weeks there. I could have strung it together. Oh, I was sober for a couple years. I could have strung it together, you know. Instead of, I slipped up, and that slip up led to a decades-long little binge, or a big binge, you know. So, yep, drugs and alcohol work. Let's be honest. It's not about the bad things of it, or like the cookie cutter, like, this is why you shouldn't drink alcohol, save money, blah, 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 blah. Nah. What it comes down to is fighting that temptation and being strong. Just being that strong, just being like a mountain almost. Like, I'm not gonna waver, I'm not drinking no matter what. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, I got my camera back here. My little laptop it's literally on its deathbed. I'm gonna go home. I think I could get a couple more videos out of it, but it's gonna be tough because it is on its deathbed. But yeah, that's all I wanted to bring up today. Just kind of give you guys the truth of it. And like I reiterated, it works. If you're not feeling too good about yourself, have a little ball, sniff it up, you know. Bankrupt Colombia. I've been there, getting those mindsets of like, holy shit. You know how you have like, you know, Grand Theft Auto, you play Grand Theft Auto? You have like your main, the main campaign, but then you have those like side missions. When you're addicted to drugs and alcohol, you're always going on some like side missions and shit. Like you're always, you got like your life that you see like with your family and like your friends see and like what social media might see. But if like you're really addicted to drugs and alcohol, you got those like little side missions everywhere that no one knows about. It's such a perfect analogy. You're just out there completing all these side missions, and next thing you know, all those side missions become your main mission. Let's be honest. So that's all I wanted to bring you guys today. I think it's a super important topic that no one's going to talk about, but yeah. I mean, feel anxiety, pop a Valium, cut a couple lines of those 10 milligram Vicodin. You're not going to feel any more anxiety for a while. Like, you're going to be chilling for a while. Wash that down with like some 1792. Should I be talking about this? I don't know. But yeah, I just want to give you guys as much help as possible. I feel like I can really help out some people, especially my age. I got sober when I was 23. 23. I'm 26 now, so as you can imagine, it was a little very, very tough to transition to, but I feel like I'm hitting my stride right now because I started late, and I just knew that this was going to be a problem for like the rest of my life that I didn't want to go through. I didn't want to go through this pain. I have what they call a high bottom drunk. And I didn't want to go through this pain that I've seen so many people go down. So I immediately like saw it, and it was hard. It was hard. I'm gonna get into like the actual cons of quitting alcohol. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'll go into the pros and cons, but it's gonna be deeper than like, oh, you lose a couple. No, dog, it's deeper. Like, it's a lot deeper than the cookie cutter shit that's out there. But that'll be a different video. It's gonna probably be next. I'll do that on Christmas week. It's gonna probably be how to quit drinking in your early 20s. Sidebar. The only way, in my opinion, to quit drinking in your early 20s. The only way, honestly. That's what I'm gonna do that video. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of help today. Drugs and alcohol work. Let's be honest. It's just a matter of fighting that temptation and not being weak. Don't be weak. Fight it. And then the more you fight that feeling, the less it comes. And remember I was talking about that demon? The more that you fight that demon, the more it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And that force field, you have like a sober team 6 force field around you. Like, you know SEALs, like how they're tough? You got like sober team 6. And you got that force field around you. And that demon's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. But over the course of time, the knocks are going to get lighter and lighter. And it's going to start to feel that fatigue because you're just so strong. You're with the Almighty One. You're with that good, the good and the evil in you. And you're going towards the side of the good. And when you're going towards the side of the good, the universe and God helps you. God helps people who helps themselves, let's be honest. You never notice that, you hear that quote, God helps people who helps themselves. So, that's going to be my next video. How to get sober in your early 20s, I'll drop that. And then I also want to drop, like how this goes into your daily life when it... Actually, that'll be a whole comprehensive video. It might be a 30-minute video. Because it all ties in together. But, yeah, that bowled out. Hope this helps someone. Might put my number down on the phone if anyone needs help. Probably not. You get a little bit more. Maybe if I get a little more of a following, I can grow this to the point of that. Like I said, my main goal is like if I could go on Twitch or stream and just every Friday night or for a select period of time or every Sunday morning when people are on the brink of destruction up from themselves, I could like hop on Twitch or something and I could just try to talk people out of like whatever they're thinking and try to give them a game plan, you know? I feel like that would be a really cool thing to do to help people out. But yeah, that will out. I'll see you guys later.